Hello, welcome traders. It is Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, first trading day of the new year. Thought we would start off with a video today on the new year. Pretty interesting day in the market. Markets were up, then they dropped hard, and then they kind of rebounded back towards the end of the day. So a bit of a yo-yo day today in the market. All good for us. I'm going to share two trades with you that I got on today. One is a Jade Lizard in gold that we did today, and the other is a 112 trade in the Qs that we did today. So I'm going to show you both of those trades, two different accounts. We'll keep informing you of the types of trades that we're doing and the why. So let's take a look at some of these. I'll share those trades with you in just a minute. Let's take a look at the markets and see what we saw that allowed us to maybe put some new trades on today. And I really didn't want to do a whole lot of anything. I've got my BP in pretty good shape, so I don't really want to add a whole lot here. I do have room to do it, but I'm really kind of paying attention to what the market's doing. And here we go on ES. You can see today that we dropped, we were up a bit, ran all the way up to like the 21-day moving average. Okay, then we dropped pretty heavy. Then we rebounded. We closed right at this support line. So this support, okay, which is a previous resistance, been support, that just keeps holding on or right at the Bollinger Band here on the daily. Still doesn't look great overall on ES. We did break the 50-day moving average, but just barely. We're hanging below it. MACD is falling, RSI is falling, squeeze momentum's falling, and in a squeeze, stochastic momentum's falling. There's really not a lot of positivity going on in the markets. We are in this, value area, and we continue to be in this area, but we're trying to get below it here. Haven't been able to really do that. We'll see what trading tomorrow brings, but we did finish off the lows of the day, so I think that's encouraging. But overall, things don't really look great on the daily chart. If we look at the weekly chart here, same thing. MACD starting to fall. Okay. You got RSI dropping. You've got stochastic momentum dropping here. And then you've got the squeeze momentum also dropping. We are at that support level here. We're still above the 21-day moving average on the weekly, which is at least good longer term. So maybe we get a bounce and we can continue to go higher. Maybe we come down to this 5,800 and maybe we'll bounce off of those levels. Who knows where we figure in? But I think if we can't hold some of these ranges here, we'll see if we sell off. But okay, overall, it's pretty orderly, and not too worried about where we are. So there's ES. Oil had a fantastic day today as this continues to just move its way higher. We now broke out of this range, and we talked about this the other day. So we picked on oil, and oil is one we just did some more 112 trades on recently. I'll show you what we've got on in oil. We've also got a strangle on. Really, oil kicking its way in gear. The weekly looks strong. The daily looks strong. Hey, you trade what you see. It's not really a big reason for oil to be just taking off and rocketing here, unless you really think the economy is great. We're gonna, demand's going to increase because supply is certainly staying strong out there. But hey, we'll see what happens. We did break the Bollinger Band on the daily today and finished above it. So, might have gotten a little ahead of ourselves. We'll see. But either way, pretty strong move on oil off of these lows, breaking out of this range that we've been in. So this value area here finally breaking out. Now maybe we get some support and touch the top of this and this thing keeps going. Who knows? But looks pretty good. Bonds. What a yo-yo day in bonds today. This was an absolutely crazy day in bonds. Things looked ugly overnight, then they got better, then they opened up strong on the session today, and then they finished well off of their highs. But then not only did we drop negative, but then we improved and finished off of our lows. So kind of an indecision day, a big battle in bonds today, but won by the bulls, which I like. I really like this basing out area that we're in. Now we're still in a downtrending channel. The weekly still does not look great. However, we'll see what happens. I think we're in not exactly an overbought situation, but I think we're pretty close to a support area in here. This sell-off is a little bit long in the tooth on the weekly. And if we look at the daily chart here, I still like the support we have around 112, 113 in here. MACD is definitely improving. You've got RSI coming off of oversold levels, moving its way higher. Stochastic momentum trying to turn its way up after just stagnating down here for a while. So overall, I like where bonds are. We did take off one of our bond naked calls today for about a 90% winner. So that was a great trade as well for us today. So we did book a nice winner in our TLT trades. Now, gold's been just stagnating sideways, kind of like oil's been doing, like the markets have been doing. It's just in this value area here. But after coming off the bottom of this value area, breaking back up through the 50-day moving average to 21 to 13, which is what we've just been bouncing along as moving averages. If we're looking at the weekly, it's a bit overdone, but still could have a little bit more weakness. So it's just overall a little weak in gold, and we're in this bearish PSR trend. But if we look at the daily chart, much better looking in here. Nice reversal candle today on the squeeze, but one day doesn't make a trend. We'll see. But I love the fact that stochastic momentum is climbing. I like the RSI climbing, breaking the 50, moving higher. MACD is also breaking the plane and moving its way higher. Got a MACD crossover here, moving above these moving averages. I think this is something to definitely keep an eye on for gold. And do we stay in this range? And is this, or is this the beginning of a new move higher? Either way, I think gold, has been holding its own in here pretty well. Take a look at copper. We broke out of its value area, value range to the downside on Friday. Didn't do much to change that today. Still not tradable. Silver trying to bounce a little here. Still, to me, not quite yet tradable. We'll let this thing take off. Here we are on the Aussie dollar. This thing's trying to find some support in here, but this super downtrend channel just still doesn't look great. Maybe we're finding a bottom. This might be a nice opportunity. I got to give it a couple more days. I'm not ready to do anything. Yep. NASDAQ did finish lower on the session, but again, S&P down 0.2%, NASDAQ down about 0.2% today. Really not a whole lot of anything. Held its 50-day moving average pretty well. So holding on here. Internals still don't look good, so I don't know that we are done with any selling for now, but we will keep an eye on it. Not something I want to move into yet. And then RTY just trading sideways, starting to create its own, trading range area. We can start to draw, something in and among this area. So we'll keep an eye on this value area. Do we stay in this? Maybe we can expand it out a little bit. Who knows? But right now, this is containing most of the price action here for the last 2+ weeks. A little bit of an improvement in MACD. RSI just kind of hanging in there. Stochastic momentum is oversold, but not really doing much of anything. Squeeze trying to reverse. And then on the weekly chart, it just doesn't look great. But we're at support or near support areas here. We'll see. It's not a bad spot, but it's not a tradable entity for me yet. All right, so there's where we are on the markets. I have not updated the spreadsheet yet, but let's just jump into the accounts with you here, and you can get a sense of what we're trading on all three accounts. Tracking sheet will update that tomorrow in our Discord with everybody. All right, let's take a look at trading accounts. All right, here we are. Here is the investing account doing just fine. In the investing account, good day overall today. So it was a positive day. Even though the markets were down, the account was up. So we'll certainly take that. Kind of a squirrely, weird day here, just up, down, who knows. But we got some trade opportunities that prevented ourselves. So we'll see. uh, overall, good stuff. So here we are on oil. We've got the 112 trade that's up 80% now, looking great. Nothing to do there. We got a strangle up 17%. Nothing to do there. We got a 112 trade we put on 2 days ago. Looking pretty good. This thing's up 14% in two trading sessions. Nothing to do there. ES, most of these are, everything that's in this category are down because they are all put debit spreads. So you want those to actually be losing money. Put debit spread, put debit spread. We have a naked put here. That thing's up almost 40%. Another naked put up here, pretty much down just a little bit, 50% on that naked put. Vol hedges, hedges, hedges. Okay, we got a Jade Lizard up 30% in 15 days. That thing looks good. Like that trade. We've got the another naked put in here, basically flat. We have the at the money 111 that we put on. That's basically flat. And then another put debit spread. So put debit spreads are down, which is what they should be. And hopefully the naked puts all pay off. And then here, just put debit spread, vol hedges. We do have a naked put here. Did recently. Down is the 120-day naked put, and then just hedges and put debit spreads, put debit spread, put debit spread, put debit. Tons of protection here. A lot of these are positive, looking pretty nice. So hopefully we get some put debit spreads to start paying off in this year. We've got to put credit spreads at 50%. In fact, I want to take this thing off soon. But I've got to put credit spread here in gold. We've been in this for 24 days. It's at 50% now. So nice winner there. We did add a Jade Lizard today. So this is the new trade in gold that we put on today as well. Bonds up fractionally today. I got a Jade Lizard working in bonds for 2 days now. That thing's up 6% in 2 days. We also got a Strangle working in bonds, and then we've also got another Strangle which is down in bonds, but totally fine where it is. That's pretty much it. And then our SPY leaps are down, $50 today. So overall, it's an up day in the trading portfolio. You can see we're up $475 today on this account. All right, and then here on SPY, SPY, what did I say SPY for? Here on the Lazy Trader account, nice clean account. It's also up almost $2,000 today. So first day of trading in the markets, and you're up $2,000. We'll take it. We have Google naked put doing just fine. We've got a bull trap here on Bitcoin ETF IBIT. Nothing to do there. That thing's fine. We've got poor man's covered call running. The covered calls at 87%. So it's almost to take another. We just keep selling these covered calls against these long calls. That's been a nice trade for us. IWM, naked puts, fine. Nothing to do there, down $150. Mobileye continues to do well as a spec trade. It's a bull trap type of trade, which is essentially a call vertical debit spread and a financed by two naked puts. So on this particular trade, we're up 1,367%, which is only $123 right now. So we're fine. We're actually in the money of this call spread. It'd be nice to see if we can just hang there for a little bit more. We'll pick up some nice cash. $400 on this trade is what we're shooting for. All right. Meta up 20% on those. We've got a Jade Lizard in NVIDIA that's up 50% right now in 15 days. Nothing to do with that. And then we've also got naked puts that are up 30% in NVIDIA. The Qs. So we had a 112 trade that's been working. That trade is basically flat to slightly break even. The put debit spread is a positive winner, and the naked calls are down. But other than that, these calls are totally fine. They're at 450. We're at 510. So I don't have any problem with that. And in fact, I like that trade so much, I put a new one on today. I didn't get a great fill on this. If you were in our Discord and I shared this, I'm pretty sure members got a much better fill, probably around the 270, 280 range. when they put this on. So it's just not a great fill, but the trade's totally fine. Another 112 trade. I'm fine with these naked puts where they are. Would be happy to take assignment on some, roll some, but it's all good. SPY, we've got Jade Lizards working, we got Leaps working. We're down on a good handful of those, so that trade's the most, one pulling down the account the most. SVOL, it's down, but it's keeps generating dividend distribution income, so we're fine. TLT, I did close naked calls on this. We had a nice day today, up 1,300 bucks on all of these. Nothing to really do there. And then TMF up 424 bucks. And then our TNA position, it's up 20%. Nothing to do there. So overall, that's what we're looking at on these accounts. Even the smaller account that we trade here, which is about a $20,000 account, doing great. NVIDIA, permanent covered calls. We got the Bitcoin ETF. We're doing totally fine on that. We've got CMG in here. We've been selling covered calls. The leaps are basically break even, and we've just been generating cash on these covered calls. And then we're sitting here doing some MES trades. We've got some naked puts running, and we've also got another naked put in here just down fractionally. So other than that, we've got a couple put debit spreads. It's all good. So nice day in the small account, big day, moving up 430 bucks overall. So good day in the market today. That's what we're looking at. So gold looking pretty strong, or at least looking decently here to move up. Oil, similar chart, also looking to move up. Short-term weakness in the S&P. So we're fine with trades on that. Putting on a few of these Jade Lizards to give us more of a strangle type of a setup here where we have very little risk to the upside as well if anything starts to rebound. And then we added a gold Jade Lizard today, a QQQ112. Accounts are up day one, 365 days to go. See you guys later. Enjoy a great rest of your evening. Take care. Bye-bye.